week 1 edition of Soon to Be Fired. I did not come up with that name, neither did he.
Nope.
The man in charge here is the voice of God, Peasy. You will hear his voice, but you
I
cannot
am
see his
the
face.
voice of God.
To my left, I've got Matt Kerouac. Matt Kerouac, introduce yourself.
You just did.
Okay, who are you though?
But now you introduce
Who's
yourself.
Matt? Who's Matt Kerouac?
I'm just a guy. Division 1, 2, D-Boys, Clockwork. That's about it.
Who's that?
I'm
Who-
a
I don't
rusher.
even- I don't even know those teams.
No.
Peasy De La Riza, do you want to introduce yourself to the new players in Division 1 and 2?
I feel uncomfortable being called the voice of God, being that Alan Rickman died, and he played the voice of God in Dogma, so that does make me feel a little uncomfortable today. I was the producer on the Division A and B show with Matt Kerouac this summer, so many of you might know me from then. If not, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Amazing. So nobody gets to know me today. I'm just going to jump right into it. I'm going to go ahead and talk about we're going to do it. Well, first I'd like to say that I won't be the host of Division 1 and 2 this year. It will be Mo Khan, but he's absent today and he might be absent again this month. So
Goddamn
Because he
slacker.
likes basketball more than
yeah,
football.
exactly. You don't have to get used to me too much, and I won't let Peasy talk too much so I don't lose everybody.
You're going to be here every
We're
week.
going to dive right into it. So week 1, we saw a couple of really good matchups, one of which was DK versus Finest. We were there. We saw it.
Yes, we did.
Kevin Wyeth, 24 for 37 for 249 yards and 6 touchdowns, 2 of which was thrown to Keyshawn. He could have caught another one, but he dropped the 40 bomb early in the game, as did Mike Harrington. I know I already stated it in my article, but it's not a big deal. Keyshawn also had 2 picks in the game. How did you feel about that game?
Honestly, the Finest looked like the old Finest. Back on their game, having fun out there, smiling. I mean, they look dangerous like they always did.
Even after a couple quick strikes early in the game from DK, the defense of Finest never looked flustered.
No, not at all.
They got punched in the face. They turned the ball over early on the first drive, I think, and then DK punched them in the face, and they were just like, psh,
Yeah.
and then what?
You know what, though? I've said it time and time again. Raj is so easy to rattle. You get him down on his game, and then he starts making mistakes. You know that. You played with him.
It's a fact. It's a well-known fact. Rashdi's in his own head. Pizu, how do you feel about that?
I agree. We've seen it before. We've seen him have moments where he's incredibly passionate, and on either side of the spectrum, when, like you said, when he gets down, it gets them really quickly, and we saw that kind of result this week again.
Well, he's playing his whole team, too, so he's got to impress Kevin.
Yeah, exactly.
Well,
'cause
I felt that last year when we first, when it was his first time playing against Finest, and it was his first year not playing with the Finest, that he was feeling like he needed to prove something to Kevin. Like I want to beat you. I want to be better than you, so I'm going to bring DK into Division 1, and we're going to beat my old team.
What do you think of Kevin Wyeth as a father figure to Rashdi? I mean,
As a father figure to Rajdi?
yeah, specifically.
Well, I think Kevin is a great father. He looks like a really good dad. His kids look happy on Facebook.
I can't picture him holding Rashdi though.
I think that if they were in prison, Raji would be holding his pocket.
Fair analysis.
He'd be holding a lot of pockets. Moving on. D-Boys versus Flagmore Sac, a game you took part of. Marco Macioccia, 20 for 33, 247 yards. Now, I say these stats, and it might feel like nothing to you guys, but throwing for almost 250 yards, as did Kevin Wyeth, it's quite a feat. Maxime Fournier on the other side of the ball for Flagmore Sac caught for 95 yards, 2 touchdowns, and looked like he was unstoppable by your defense. What do you guys say against that?
He was a beast. Nato Hughes surprised me on defense that he wasn't playing.
On defense, they had what, 13 guys there, 12 guys?
Oh, they had a lot of guys, but Nato Hughes last year picked 6 the D-Boys 2 times in one half.
But I don't know who you take off the field and add Nato
It's
Hughes.
not that you have to take anybody off the whole game, but a sub in here or there.
maybe.
I don't know if he felt like he was going to run more against me because he was having success, so he had to stay off the field.
He did have quite a bit of success. I
Ugh.
think he ran for over 30 yards and a touchdown. Those
Yeah.
hips, though, they don't lie.
Four attempts, 32 yards, 1 touchdown.
There they are. The
Alex
stats.
Nato-
I'm not
Hughes.
even making excuses. I should have got the flag. So you know what?
You realize you got run on by a guy who proudly wears a beer gut.
I
He
have
is
one too.
proudly.
He
I
is
have
the
one too.
fastest man with a beer gut.
Yeah, I know. It's incredible.
I don't even care.
I don't
if
even
he
care
has
about
a beer gut.
his flag.
When you
tricks.
watch him run, your eyes hurt because it doesn't
Okay.
make sense.
Try to cover him. Make a team in Div 2 and play against the Gladiators and try to cover him.
Won't
No.
work.
It's so,
You won't.
He runs such crisp routes. This
He's
guy.
athletic.
Oh,
he's
man,
he's
crazy.
he's just a really good football player.
And he's funny.
one
Yeah,
last thing about
Fournier.
Maxime Fournier that might be a problem for Flagmore-Sac in the future. He caught for 95 yards, which is more than any. If you combine all the other receivers together, no, they don't even come close to 90 yards. So he was obviously targeting Maxime Fournier quite a bit. I know he caught. I think his 2 touchdowns came on 40 bombs on a post for 40, which might explain the 95 yards, but still.
Yeah.
They're
I
like
don't
80
remember, but
yards.
There was a couple drops. There was a couple drops from the other receivers, and he looked away, and he was targeting Maxim as much as possible, which could become a problem in the future.
I just blocked those.
You just
negative-
blocked. You just
negative-
blocked it.
Negative.
Didn't happen.
I gotta block it out.
On another note, Theo didn't look like it was going to get stopped by anybody. He
No.
was dominating that side of the field. You got Jamal Springer and Theo lined up on the right.
Jamal Gittins, Jamil Springer.
Sorry, Jamil Springer. Sorry,
Still,
Jamil. Lined up on that right-hand side of the field, which I don't know who. If you think about defenses in Division 1 that could stack up their left-hand side of the defensive side, who would you put against those 2 players to stop them? If you had to pick 2 guys
Themselves.
from a defense, who would you put to stop those 2?
Uh,
If you run, let's go Finest. Let's go with Finest defense.
Keish and Nathan, if that.
Maybe
I mean,
Garrett. I mean,
Put the
Garrett's
Taylor
Garrett,
Bills on
or
them?
just the
Garrett
Taylors,
Taylor,
yeah.
The
Put
Taylor
a
Bills.
Ket over top just for height.
Yeah, that.
Teddy Fournette and Chan
You're
Bailey.
gonna have to bracket those 2 guys. You have to bracket. You just bracket and you expand with
Yeah.
whatever they do. Anyways, moving on again. Jumping to Division 2, Served with Ice and Monstars. Not a game that I saw, but a couple things that I know about the game. I know that Jordan Pineda missed the first week, and he's probably missing week 2 as well, which made a bit of a difference in the chemistry that the team had. That's for Served with Ice. They lost 33-31 to Monstar. Monstar, a team that's been in the league for quite a while. It's a team with the Oridi brothers. I don't know if you're aware of them.
Yeah. Last year we covered Div B there.
Yeah, they were in Div B last time.
Yeah,
Exactly. So,
Yeah.
how do you feel Monstar's chances are in Division 2?
Well, first off, I just want to give them props for stepping up to Div 2. Div B, Div 2, not really the same thing, but they're stepping up to the plate and did a good job, clearly. Rod Mashtup, I saw him last year. He's gonna get better as time goes on. He's just gonna get better.
They did add Serge Pilon
They did add
to
Serge,
the
yeah,
team.
Serge
They,
Pilon
they
Jr.
added Theo
Serge-
Michaelis as well.
Oh, they have Theo
and
Michaelis
Theo
too, yeah.
Michaelis on defense. He didn't have a catch in that game. I don't have the stats in front of me, but I don't
He
think he
did
had
not.
a catch in that game, and I don't know why he didn't play offense. He's going to be probably their best defensive player if Ryan Aridi doesn't go for 20 sacks. But Theo's a huge add. Serge didn't have much to do in that game. I think he caught 2 balls.
Serge Pilon had 1 catch for 11 yards.
1 catch for 11 yards.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's
Oh,
hopefully.
he's new, right? So integrating
Yeah.
the offense will be one
Another thing is for Rod Mashtub, the quarterback. He had a really good game, but I think he ran for a touchdown. Did
Yeah,
he
he
run for a touchdown? Just stats off the top of my head.
thing. Absolutely ran for a touchdown as well. He
Okay.
had 47 yards on 5 attempts.
Yeah, getting used to a guy like Serge, which is he's probably
So
he's
fast.
probably the fastest kid in the league. Him and his brother is one of the 2
So
fastest players in this league. Throwing a ball to a player that's that fast is not easy. As I have a little bit of quarterback experience now. Throwing a
Ish.
ball to somebody that's fast is not easy. So they'll get clicking. Chemistry will start going, and I'm not worried about that team at
One
all.
thing about Monstars, I know it's Mo Khan's boy that he loves, is Isaiah Allard.
Well, I was going to mention that actually because Isaiah Lard was a dominating receiver in Division B, but he's not like he's big, he's physical, he's quick, he's not particularly fast. I thought that might hamper him in Division 2, and we see that he only had 1 catch this game, so it's something to keep keep close tabs on.
I think that Rod should keep an eye and try to get him the ball as much as he can. He's kind of, I would say, a little bigger than Vinny Galano. Vinny Galano's not the fastest guy in the league, but
Yeah, I
he
can see
finds
that.
those holes,
That's
and
a good comparison.
he had 100+ yards game this week.
Last night, yeah, I had to swap my article. I had to put him in my studs. I had to add Vinny to my studs because
Yeah.
he caught for over 100
he's
yards.
not a slow
Alert
guy.
ladies.
He's not a slow guy. He's not
He's
a
a
speedy
crisp route runner.
guy. Crisp routes, finds the holes, and makes the catch every time.
Gladiator 39, Dams 25-8-18. This is a rough first game for Dams 25-8. I wasn't aware of this, but I know that Rob told us before. They signed up a little bit late, and they were
Forced.
maybe not forced, but they were put into Division 2. As a team, they have a lot of athletes, guys who've played in the States, guys who played college ball, university ball. But the problem here lies at the quarterback position. When you throw 4 picks, I think he was 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions.
1 touchdown, 4 interceptions, 77 yards passing.
Yeah, you're not putting your team in a situation to win anything with those stats. So
But the one plus you could take from the game is that they did a good job for the first half of the game on defense against a seasoned guy like Francois Lebeau.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's,
But that's,
I mean, it's a great start.
The thing
for a
is,
team
the
that's-
Dams have a lot of great athletes. It just you need a quarterback in Division 2, and they struggled last season in lower divisions with that same problem. So I mean,
Well, sign up on time.
you sign up on time, indeed.
Well,
Yeah, I don't feel bad for somebody. I don't feel bad about what their situation. I don't feel bad about it. Everybody knows when the registration dates are. There's guys on our team who've been in this league before, so they've seen the posts and everything. So now it's time to man up and play against big boys.
But you know
That's
what?
a Jalen Grandison and Tequan John. They're not names known yet in the high divisions, but they're absolute
No, like I say,
phenomenal monsters.
Those are studs. Speaking of Frank LeBeau, you brought him up. In this game, he had a pick six and he threw for 230 yards and 5 touchdowns, 3 of which went to Alex Lever. This team is one of the teams with the most experience together in terms of chemistry in this league.
Yeah.
Maybe one day we'll see them make their way up to Division One. But if you remove,
Well, they were there last.
if
They're
you-
Division
yeah,
A.
but in the winter, if you remove Frank
Yeah.
or Alex Nadeau-Pius from their offense and defense, I don't think they belong in Division One. And as long as he's thrown for Flagmore Sack, I don't think we'll see them there.
True.
Again, moving on. Terra Squad 36 versus the Raiders 27. Terra Squad.
Terra Squad's a demon. They came from Division 1 or Division A.
Well, won last winter.
Was one last winter.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're a great team. Great. I mean, Tam's been in the league for Tam. I can't even say his last name.
Villadeth.
Oh, it's easy.
Yeah, I know.
Villadeth.
You got practice, man. How about doing some prep?
Villadeth. I mean, he's quick, finds his receivers. I mean, they tied us last year. D-boys.
What do you guys think about Raiders being in Division B overall? I thought this game was even closer than I
It's
thought
Division
it was.
2.
Sorry, Division 2 rather.
Well,
I
yeah.
should do some prep.
Yeah, Leon Holder is the. It's always the same thing with Leon Holder. He puts these teams together, and then all the pressure's on his back. And I feel like he's always missing something on his receiving core that makes his job so much harder than it has to be, because he's not a bad quarterback. But at the end of the year, he always ends up with these like average stats, and he's above. I think he's a bit above average quarterback. He's not elite. He's not the best. He's got room to improve. But I feel like he's always made these teams, and he's always missing an element, like a speedy receiver or a sure-handed receiver.
I'm pretty sure, though, in the spring that they had people not showing up. That was the problem. Or they didn't
Right,
have
well,
the
that's also a problem,
consistency
yeah.
of the same
Fine.
receivers.
So
time in, time out.
you cover the division in spring.
Yeah.
Close your eyes. Close them. Tell me
I'm closing.
who's the guy you go to when you need a big play on
Sean
Raiders?
Kennedy.
All right. So then once Division 2 now. Once they get shut down, what do you got?
Sean Kennedy.
That's the plan. There we go. That's the issue.
And then when Sean
That's the
Kennedy's
issue.
not available, you got Sean Kennedy.
Exactly.
I mean,
you got to pick.
They had guys
You got
like
to drop ball.
Shine Haney on the team that never showed up.
No, Sean's not playing with.
But
Yeah,
last,
he
I'm
might
saying
be.
last year he didn't show up. I mean, it was the constant problem. And then it gets to the point where Leon gets so frustrated, he's screaming and yelling at his players on the team during
Yeah.
the game.
This is true.
It's just gonna explode.
Like Dabo Sweeney and the special team players.
What?
Next, moving on,
a
so we don't
multi-man.
lose
Deep
everybody.
cuts
out.
right there.
PZ enough with that. I don't know where you're going. Wow. Last game for Division 2. I think you were there for this game. I think it was just before yours or right after. Legends 27. Hashtag no regard 32. James Floriani back with the no regard squad in Division 2 now. I believe they were in Division 3 last year.
They played Division 2 last.
4 yards that you need.
Yeah, it's a good
It's
squad.
amazing.
And for the Legends, one of the worst games I've seen for Corey Pecker.
Yeah,
Didn't look
Corey
so
went 27, 175 yards, 4 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
It's the 2 interceptions that are awful. It's
Also, the sack for the safety. He
it's-
got sacked twice in a row.
Oh yeah. Those were bad skin up.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
he does that one hip juke that he often beats the rusher on, but he didn't beat him on that. Speaking of getting sacked though, Phil D Kovacic,
Phil Dikovacic.
Phil D Kovacic, the rusher for No Regard. I believe he also rushes for Predator. Quite a rusher.
He does.
Oh yeah, I was very impressed.
Yeah, it's
That's
like
coming-
a
that's
mirror
saying a lot
image,
coming from
a
me.
mirror image of Kerouac, except he doesn't get beat.
Shoot. Yeah. Well, you know what? When it comes down to rushing, the one negative I'll say for no regard is that Floriani does take his time. James Floriani takes his time in the pocket. He tries to get as many reads as he can. And if a good rusher's rushing him, I mean, Legends didn't have a good rusher rushing him.
It's
do
also-
Norregard have an issue with a lack of size on their team? Because
Well,
a
they
lot of
play big.
quick, shifty
They're
guys.
do
not
play
big,
big.
but they do play big. Like they're
The chirping.
gritty.
Chirping
They're
makes them
gritty,
bigger.
so they play big. They play bigger than they are. You got to give
Okay.
him that.
And is it no regard or is it hashtag NR?
Sorry, hashtag. And,
It's hashtag NR. Hashtag nerd.
yeah.
Hashtag nerd. Yeah, that. That's it. Moving on. You have anything else to say about no regard?
That's it. I don't have anything to say. I just ask questions, and then you guys have to have stuff to
Well,
say.
for people who don't know, you hate Floriani.
Absolutely, James Chokiani.
James, he's right here. Where's Jay? I just saw him.
He's right
right there.
People who are not watching the show, however,
We just
cannot see him.
pointed
And those
over.
who are watching the show also cannot see him.
Not a big deal. Hopefully they can't hear the music.
He's
or
in
not
our
be
green
running.
room.
He's,
We're in our
on,
green
he's
room.
on deck.
No.
Moving on. So we're gonna do a little bit of a fun segment. I'm not gonna have a break. I'm not going on break. Okay, we're not doing breaks.
We're not
I don't
sponsored.
think
so it's
anybody here
okay.
needs break. You need a water
You
break.
might
You
need a
don't-
break.
You don't get a
Okay.
break.
Sound like you're breathing heavy over there.
I'm always breathing heavy. I'm fat.
Like the true defensive coordinator I am, nobody gets a break. Next segment, it's called cashing in. What we're gonna do here, I'm gonna give you a team name, and you're gonna tell me whether you're buying or selling shares into this team. You can say I'm not buying or selling. You can say I don't like a.
Now hold it.
I'll
Collect some
hold-
dividends.
I'll hold, exactly. I'll cash it in the future. I'm not gonna buy or sell now. So we're gonna start with. I'm gonna give you a team name. You're gonna give me cashing in or selling, a quick reason why, and we're gonna move on. You're gonna do the same thing, okay? So starting
good.
with Got Skills.
Nah, I'm selling.
Selling. Why?
You know what? I played them. They missed your shot in Div 2. They were a good team in Div 2, but I think that most teams in Div 1 can match up with them a lot better than teams did in Div 2 last year.
Peasy.
I'm gonna hold my. It's a team that we've seen be successful before. I like the Santomo brothers. I'm gonna hold my stock and see how they do in this new division.
I agree. I'll hold. I won't sell or buy because I feel like they were forcing a lot of things deep, and JC wasn't able to find himself open. He was just coming off another game. He looked a little bit tired. He slowed down a little bit. Moving on. Montreal's finest.
You asking me that?
Yep.
I'm obviously buying.
Perfect.
Obviously.
Why?
It's Montreal's finest.
Because it's obvious. Perfect. Peasy.
If they just lost the championship, they're gonna go back.
It's like
You think it
skyrocketing.
peaked? You think they peaked?
I think
Kevin, come after Vince.
Did it
He said you
peak?
peaked. I didn't.
Not me though. I didn't say
I
that.
think the value of the stock or the share has peaked. I'm not saying they're not going to win championship. I think the
I'm
value.
saying they won't win the championship.
I think the value of the shares have peaked, and I'm selling. Moving on. FML. Flagmore Sack.
Oh. Nah, selling.
Sell. Why?
Because we beat them.
Perfect. Moving on.
I'm gonna sell because it's a team. You know what? It's one of those things. I bought that stock. I was a little bit drunk. One of my friends convinced me it's a good idea. I woke up in the morning. I saw my phone. I was like, I'm not sure. Oh, God damn it! And there we go. And I'm stuck with the stock. I'm gonna take a bit of a small loss. I
Did you
love
have
the
your
guys.
socks on?
What?
Did you still have your socks on when you did that?
Well, I had one sock.
Oh.
Everyone's got one sock. But
At
the
least
thing
you
is,
can
is
hop
like,
around in that on one foot.
and that's the thing. It's like I feel like I was so strong in them when they started in the league, and then they've just given me nothing since. So, guys, I gotta cut my losses.
Pay it forward. Pay it forward.
I tried. It's like
Nah.
4 seasons now.
I'll hold on that because there's a lot of guys on that team that could probably eat us.
True.
Moving on. Division 2. Untouchables.
I'm going to buy. I mean, they're the same type of team as Cold Fusion last winter. Solid
Yeah,
squad.
It's Cold Fusion 2.0.
2.0. I mean, they were a solid squad. They got beat in the playoffs last winter. They could have went further. I mean, Jordan McLaren just got better. I mean, he's on the D-Boys with us.
Yep.
Just having him alone, I mean, just adds so much to your team.
Jordan went for 130 yards and 4 touchdowns last week.
My
I'm
man.
buying as well. Peasy, what are you doing?
This to me is the best value there is in the FPF stock
To
market.
buy?
I'm absolutely buying. Like Daniel Lazare, I like Jordan McLaren, I like Justin Julien. There's a lot of talent.
Daniel's
on
not
this
going to be thrown all year. It will be Justin Lavallee.
team. Even better. I like Justin Lavallee. I think honestly, it's a great collection of guys. Just for value alone, this is worth the buy.
CBL.
I'm holding because I don't even know. I mean, it's a lot of the
I know it's
guys.
because they played last night, so we don't have a lot to go off of.
It's not even that. I mean, I've seen some of the guys like Theo's little brother, Jamie Ojea. I've seen
young.
Terrence Adam play. I mean, they're good players, but I don't know how they're going to do in the higher division. So I'm holding. Holding.
I'll hold as well. I have
ti-
no reason
They
why.
tied the Rainmakers, so we don't know really what to make of them. That said, I will buy because I like guys like Danny Ostigi. I like Dylan Taylor, Jamie Ogier. There's a lot of talent. It's just a question of putting it all together
Yeah.
and actually having the results that correlate to the talent.
Actually, just what I said.
Pretty much. All I do
Yeah, but
on
it
the
sounded
show
a
is
lot smarter when he said
rephrase-
it. Yeah, when he said it, sounded a lot
I'm
smarter.
stupid.
You're not stupid, but you just sound smarter.
I'm less
CLR Forces. CLR Force. Canadians just scored 1-0.
There we go.
Focus.
Breaking news.
It's 1-1. Whatever.
1-0 my
CLR
world.
Forces. CLR Forces. I'm gonna have to, as good as they are gonna do well, I find, but I'm gonna have to sell because they were a lot better in the past.
All right.
way back when,
All right.
before peas.
I'm gonna have to buy, unfortunately, because I made a mistake on the newsreel when I said they lost last week. That's the problem when you're covering 150 teams in 6 divisions, and like it's actually 8 divisions because we have subdivisions in 4 and
Yeah.
5. So I'm gonna actually have to buy them because
You
know
feel
what?
bad?
When you screw up, you gotta buy a guy a drink. Buy him a beer and hope he doesn't punch you in the face.
I'm going to buy, and I set myself up to buy shares in his team. I set them up real low in my article preseason. I think I said they were going to finish like 4 and 6. So their shares plummeted. And now, based on insider trading, I'm going to buy, and I'm going to buy a lot. And that's it. I'm buying.
One day you will share a cell with Martha Stewart.
Lunatics.
No.
No, what does that mean? You're selling?
I mean, it's Maniacs mixed with Paul Lapierre
Yeah.
and a couple guys. It's the usual implode that might happen. So I'm not going to
Implode.
take the risk.
so you're selling, or you're
Oh,
not?
yeah.
You're holding?
No, I'm not even holding. I'm
You
selling.
never bought, so you can't sell?
I'm sorry, Paul.
Peasy?
Was this Lunatics?
Lunatics, yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of I'm gonna do the thing where I repeat what Matt said. Honestly, Lunatics is a roster I looked at, and you know what I said? As I looked at it more and more and more, I was not particularly impressed. Paul Lapierre's awesome. That said, this roster doesn't do it for me. Maybe I'm entirely wrong. This is a challenge to Lunatics. Go prove me wrong. Make me look like the fool I.
Both his teams lost because he wasn't there.
It's all his fault. It's all his fault.
Eh,
That said, I would take Mexico right now. It's snowing again today. I can't do it. I'm done.
would
I'm
you
done.
buy it? Yeah,
Done.
no. Hashtag no regard.
Hashtag nerd.
Hashtag nerd.
I'm going to take the words right out of his mouth. I'm selling because James Floriani is throwing.
Oh.
Do you even have to say anything? You don't.
That's all. Sell. One word.
selling.
Sell.
Sell it.
Period.
Don't
James
give
is
it-
throwing. I'm selling.
Yeah.
Selling.
If you could call it
Because he's
throwing.
listening too, so it makes it better.
Okay, last one. Legends.
No. Selling. Because you played for them.
Did you buy anything there? You're just saving money, eh? You
Yeah, I'm saving money.
just had a daughter. He's not spending any money.
No, I got diapers and stuff to buy.
Got
you
diapers to buy.
know? Shit.
Think about a year,
I'll-
from now when
I'll
you sell all
hold
these
it. How
stocks.
about this? I'll hold.
Okay.
I don't want to.
I also have diapers to buy. Matt Kerouac is just getting older. He's becoming incontinent. So you know what? I'm stocking up just in case. That's it. I'm selling. Honestly, like the Legends have always done a lot for what they have, but that's just saying that you're taking a girl to the dance because no one else said yes.
Wow.
Well, I feel like the roster has changed quite a bit from last year. This summer they revamped and it looked nothing like the past.
Fair,
Uh,
but what else? What did they give you?
Nothing more.
There we go.
Now this year they added Marco. They added
Did they still have Leonowski though?
no. They lost Leonowski.
Wow, that's huge. So
I mean, it lies on Corey's
Ryan
shoulders. And what rubbed me the wrong way was last year's championship game when I was playing with a broken back, and it looked like Corey gave up after the half, and I was quite a bit frustrated by what I had lived that day when I felt like the guys were giving up around me and for no reason at all. Like we always had a chance, but they were giving up, and for that reason alone, I think they're never going to find success.
wow, that's the
Well,
truth.
this year,
That is
at
the
least
truth.
with the roster they have. We have 10 minutes left. Is that what you're saying?
We have like no minutes left.
We have no minutes
Just
left.
go with it. The Eagles just get mad.
Oh, we have 8 minutes left. Okay,
Oh,
moving on.
man.
We're moving
So
on.
mad.
to
We have like 5 minutes left or whatever.
He's so mad.
Okay, this one's gonna be called Kerouac's Moment of Truth. I'm gonna ask Kerouac the 3 questions everybody already knows I'm gonna ask.
Yeah.
Kerouac's gonna ask me a couple questions, and Peasy's also gonna ask a couple questions. So my 3 questions are for Kerouac: Who from D-Boys
He
would
wants
you
you to do it fast.
would you 1 send to work to the mines? 2 make your house? I had to change this word, right? Make your house made. And
Made.
3 crown king of your castle. Your castle.
Okay, well, technically I already kind of sent somebody to the mines because Giovanni Lani is gone to the oil patch.
Fair enough.
He's not coming back.
Giovanni.
Make my slave Marco just because gotta
I
make him
I
my
said
bitch.
housemaid. I did not say slave. I like that. That has to be on record.
House slave.
Housemaid.
Housemaid, whatever. He's gonna clean my house.
Well, slave's a little bit rough.
Yeah, it is, right?
Who's gonna make your house?
Who's making your house? Does he have
No, I
to
was
build
paying
your house?
attention.
Is he building your house, or is he cleaning your house?
Whatever I tell him to do.
Because I meant like he could cook for you, like a kind of guy you like to have around, because he's always
Wait,
gonna be
your
around.
maid
No,
cooks
I
for
would
you?
like to
Can-
tell him to
Yeah.
do things.
Mr. Arnold's got next level maid service.
It's a serious maid. I'm talking. She's doing your laundry. She makes your
She.
bed. Now it's a he for you. He'll cook for you. He'll be like, Kerouac, what do you want to have for lunch today? He'll make you like lunches for the week.
I don't
And
even
she
think
calls you
Marco knows-
Kerouac, not Matt.
I don't think
not
he knows
Mr.
How to,
Kerouac.
I don't think he knows how to cook.
Well, so that's what you got to
It's
think
Marco.
here.
No, Marco. Done. Marco.
Marco?
Yeah, yeah. Just because.
Can he cook?
Doesn't matter.
I don't think so.
Can he fold clothes?
No.
I don't think Marco can boil
It's a
water.
horrible
No, he
house.
can't.
I
No,
think
no.
that's a horrible pick.
I'm
I
just
think
doing
it's
it because
you're not
I'm
thinking.
making
You're
him
just not
my
thinking.
biznatch. He has to
Whatever,
do what I
fine.
say.
I've been to
You're
Biznatch once. It's beautiful.
Okay, so
Wonderful
who's the
sunsets.
king of the castle then?
It's got to be Jamil because he calls himself that anyway.
Jamil's the king.
Millie Leroy.
Fair.
That's it.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I have a question actually. Since you play with D-Boys,
Yeah.
James Crow versus Russell Crowe in a fight, who wins?
James Crow, he's Thor.
Okay, but
James Crow's a
Russell Crowe was Gladiator.
But he's Thor.
Yeah,
Fair.
he's Gladiator in a movie.
And he has a bigger beard.
Well, also James Crow's not actually Thor, so there's that.
his
Yeah, but
grandfather's name was Thor.
Then yes, he wins. I know that. Then he wins.
It's actually true.
Done. Conversation over.
Okay, shoot me some questions here.
All right, I got some questions for you. Okay, you got these 3 players playing for you right before the finals. Okay?
Yeah.
You got to start one, bench one, and cut one right before the finals.
Okay.
Theo Ojea, Jacques Void, Keyshawn Thompson.
Okay. Start one, bench one, cut one.
Yeah, and bench one, you can like play him a bit, but you have to bench him at some point.
Okay. Theo's on the field. Void just got cut. Keyshawn's on my bench.
Done. All right.
Sorry,
Okay.
Void. That was a rough 3-0. That was
All right. If you had to choose a team to play for in Div 1 this year, who would you play for?
a team I would play for in Div 1 this year.
Had to play for because you're one of Kerouac's maids. You had to.
Yeah, he didn't choose me as a mate.
Yeah, whatever.
Wow. Finest.
You wouldn't make it. Okay, next.
You didn't ask me if I was gonna make it.
Okay,
Mo would also play for the finest.
Serious
if
question.
he would make it.
a less serious question. Can anyone in the league lift heavier weights than Nathan Taylor?
No, definitely not.
Not
Absolutely
even Mike
I've been
Harrington?
following him on Instagram, and I'm just depressed every time.
I
look
follow
at
him on
his feed.
Instagram as well, and I don't think anybody's lifting more weights than
Not even
he
Mike
is.
Harrington?
Mike Harrington trains with him. I don't know this for a fact, but if I had to guess, they probably have to take weights off so Mike can lift.
What about that
With
Perry brother? Which one is it? Rashawn?
Rashawn?
Ryan?
Ryan is
Ryan?
Oh, Ryan's big. Yeah.
Ryan's the biggest one. Maybe Ryan,
I don't
but
know.
I don't think so.
I think if both Perrys are lifting, then that's even.
Yeah, I think Nate can put Ryan on his barbell.
Crazy. All right, last one for me. Realistically, how much more dangerous do you think the finest would be with Jerome? Pat Jerome.
With Pat Jerome,
With Pat Jerome. Since he didn't fit in the
I
cap.
don't think he would be. I don't think they would make them a better team because then you got to take one of your just as good players off the field
I agree.
to put Patty on. We're talking about Pat Jerome here.
I don't even know.
Aked, Mike Harrington,
No.
no.
Keish?
No. Keish
No.
Keish is not coming
Keish is
off.
out of, I mean, I'm just asking. Who else you got there? Guillaume Ward? No.
No, they have such a good core group of guys.
And
They
the
have
chemistry.
the chemistry is too good. I don't think adding Pat would have been a good idea. Are we getting cut off here?
No. You're just telling me not to slap the table.
Okay. Well, before I forget, in my article, I didn't have a defensive player or a rusher. Rusher was NA, not applicable because
Yeah.
I don't feel like anybody did good enough.
Not Marek Kerouac, that's for sure.
But
No.
I,
Not even
I didn't read this or I didn't see it properly. But Chernobyl, Patrick Chenard got 2 sacks and a pick in the game. So I'd like to insert him there. Although I can't anymore, I'll do it now. So I'm just inserting Patrick Chenard as a rusher, and everybody's telling me to hurry up. So we're gonna
you
go.
should just say the same thing over and over. Pat Chenard, rusher. He's a good rusher. I should talk about my article. Rusher.
Perfect.
Pat Chenard.
Next week, PZ's not going to be here. Game preview: CBL versus Lunatics. Just give me a winner.
CBL.
CBL.
Okay. Chernobyl Circus versus Untouchables.
Untouchables.
Chernobyl.
Nice. Way to
It
go,
sounded like a
not-
question, but I'm
Not
like
Mokan.
I'm going to go with CBL and Chernobyl as well. And that's it for us. That's it for us this week. Everybody tell me to hurry up, so I'm feeling nervous now all of a sudden.
I know, I'm jittery. Thanks, Eagle.
PZ could probably kill me with his eyes. Are we
No,
over?
baby.
Like I feel like we didn't
We're
go over.
totally over.
So
we're
Mo should
30
be here more
minutes
often.
plus.
Can I just keep
And
rambling?
the fact that we keep talking about how much we're over.
All right,
is
so I
just
guess
prolonging the
that's
show.
it for us this week, and we'll see you all next week. Ciao.